our top story tonight. President Donald Trump returns to Washington after shoring up trade deals with several world leaders in Asia. It all led up to the marquee event in South Korea, the U.S. and China sitting across from each other at the negotiating table. The president says he had a truly great meeting with President Xi, adding that the two world leaders agreed on many things. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen.
Well, that's right, Veronica. President Trump will lower his combined tariff rates on Chinese goods, Chinese imports, to 47%. This after talks with China's president about curbing fentanyl trafficking.
President Donald Trump and President Xi shaking hands. Then, on the sidelines of the Pacific Rim Summit, the two leaders agreeing to dial back some of their trade measures. When it was over, on Air Force One, the president tells reporters,
"But overall, I guess on the scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12.
The major results for struggling U.S. farmers: China agreed to purchase 25 million metric tons of U.S. soybeans annually.
We're in agreement on so many elements, large amounts, tremendous amounts of the soybeans and other farm products are going to be purchased immediately, starting immediately.
In addition, China agreeing to ensure steady supplies of rare earths used in many industries. President Xi says relations have remained stable on the whole, but it is normal for the two leading economies of the world to have frictions now and then.
Given our different national conditions, we do not always see eye to eye with each other.
One former Deputy Secretary of State weighed in on the meeting, saying the U.S. and China are now back to a moment of calm.
It is critical that we make sure that we don't get into conflict with each other. But the president really escalated to de-escalate to get back to where we started.
President Trump also responds to a statement about nuclear weapons that he made just before meeting with President Xi. He wrote, "Because of other countries' testing programs, I have instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis."
You know, we have more than anybody, but I see them testing. I say, well, if they're going to test, I guess we have to test. I'd like to see a denuclearization.
Russia says it will resume nuclear tests if other countries do first. Russia is already testing a nuclear-powered cruise missile and a nuclear-powered underwater drone that could carry nuclear weapons.
In addition, the issue of Taiwan did not come up during their meeting. And President Trump says he'll visit China next April, and that President Xi will come here after that. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.